The National Biosafety Management Agency has pledged commitment to ensure safe consumption of genetically modified crops in the country. This is against the backdrop of evolving agricultural technologies being adopted around the world in countries including Nigeria. Lara Folayan reports.
Nigeria has had its fair share of the introduction of evolving technologies into its agricultural sector. The commercialization of the BT cowpea and BT cotton varieties into the Nigerian farming system years ago follows the ability to scale through the country's biosafety system, where they were certified safe for the environment and human consumption. The country's biosafety authorities now say they are aware of rapidly evolving changes in the field of biotechnology and are committed to ensuring the safe use of the technology in genetically modified organisms and other areas of advancement.
When they start this research, we go and we survey, we go on surveillance and check, is it okay, is it not? Because as an agency, we put measures to control GMOs so that it does not have adverse effect on the humans, it does not have adverse effect on the animals, it does not have adverse on the plants and the environment as a whole. And these are organisms that are safe, that are being used.
The biosafety authorities say they are aware of challenges ahead in the technological space and are now pledging greater commitment to enhanced biosafety standards, transparency, public engagement, capacity building, collaboration, as well as partnerships.
Make sure that it's not just what you say that we would hang on. We ourselves will have to confirm, we'll have to validate and say, yes, what you are saying is the content of this, is what actually it is. And also, we want to be able to track all these GM foods, GMOs that come into the country, and we are presently working with customs.
Against the backdrop of the country's scientific advancement drive in agriculture and other sectors, the focus is on ensuring excellence in biosafety governance, as well as creating an environment where cutting-edge technology and its application jointly exist in the interest of public health. Lara Folayan, TVC News, Abuja.
That was earlier today when Registrar General Corporate Affairs Commission, Mr. Garba Abubakar, has restated his office's commitment to promoting transparency and fight corruption in the country through the introduction of the Beneficiary Ownership Register. Mr. Abubakar, who spoke at a training workshop on the use of Beneficial Owners Register, said the platform would be beneficial in strengthening the government's fight against corruption and ensuring transparency in the system. He explained that the platform launched in May this year was to make it easy to search for information on persons with significant control.
The significance is, one, to support the anti-corruption initiative of the federal government. Two, to meet our international obligations, because we have committed during the London Anti-Corruption Summit that Nigeria was going to have a publicly registered of beneficial owners. And in line with the FATA, Financial Action Task Force standard, as well as the standards of Open Government Partnership and the Extractive Industry Transparency Initiative, countries that have subscribed to these principles are expected to have a register of beneficial owners. When Nigeria subscribed to these commitments, we didn't have the legal framework to support beneficial ownership disclosure. So the Companies and Allied Matters Act was repealed and reenacted in 2020, and the first register was launched. The implementation of the KAMA 2020 started on 1st January 2021, and our public central register was launched on 25th of May 2023. So Nigeria has become the first country in Africa to implement beneficial ownership register in line with the beneficial ownership data standard.
It's a really important thing for us in the sense that as lawyers, we're always carrying out investigations and reviewing documents in relation to various companies. The beneficial ownership register gives us the right to be able to look at this directly without having to interface with the company or practically having to interface with the CAC. And it gives us the right to do so for free. But beyond what it gives to us as lawyers, I think it's generally beneficial for the country. The issue around anti-money laundering, around terrorism financing is really, really important and has had an impact on our ability to, as a country, to operate in the global financial space.
I think it has been very informative. It has thrown more light on how corporate administration is being managed in Nigeria and how public information is being assessed by everybody, because now you're able to assess those that are behind every company from the portal, which is very important, so you know the people you're dealing with. You don't have to go through the hassles of applying through A and B and C to find out who is really running a company.